Hey everyone, my name is Sunil, and I like Taika Waititi so much, I was considering buying a pineapple onesie. I would do it. I really want to do it now.
What up, everybody? I'm Yero the Nomadic. I see you panic. I stay calm. I stay sanguine. What up?
And welcome to another episode of Pop Culture Power Hour. Now, as you know, every week we bring our favorite choices in the pop culture sphere.
Yeah, and we know everybody's pretty busy, so we've kept it down to an hour of handcrafted stuff just for you.
Alright, so my first thing this week is from the Arrow TV show, and I really like watching when they eat, because usually they don't eat in TV shows, it's hard to do, but when they do it really, really well. So this week, in Arrow, they had a waffled Monte Cristo. Do you know what that is?
No, you're gonna make me one?
Maybe. But,
okay.
So it's a grilled cheese. Instead of the bread, you have waffles. And instead of the cheese, you have cheese, ham, and mustard. So a little bit of the fancier end with a little more fun with the waffles. And it's a really interesting mix that I might try. So if you want to see it, you know where my Instagram is.
Right. Okay, awesome. Yeah, I'll check that out. Speaking of, waffles and Eggos linked, guess what I just binge watched? Oh, man. Stranger Things 2 was pretty intense. I was just stuck to my chair for I think it was 8 hours. I was like, oh, I should probably do something now. This is what happens when you work all weekend and you have a weekend off. But yeah, definitely there's this cool 5-minute trailer I found. Check it out. Blow your mind.
Yeah, what's it about?
Stranger Things.
Oh, I guess it's the Stranger Things.
It's just things that you can't imagine.
Alright, my next one, I really enjoyed seeing Thor Ragnarok, so just check it out. But there's a lot of cool stuff behind the scenes that are really going to make you say, ah. But the first one is by Vanity Fair, and it's a breakdown by the director, Taika Waititi. So it breaks down a scene in the movie about how they shot it, some of the behind the scenes. Is that a green screen? Is that real? What does that background shit mean? And he even tells about one Easter egg in the movie. And it's not even a magical, mystical thing. It's a little Easter egg. The Easter egg is an Easter egg. It's so cool, but the director is awesome. He's done a lot of cool stuff before Thor Ragnarok, and my favorite thing is What We Do in the Shadows. It's a vampire mockumentary comedy set in New Zealand, and it's drop dead hilarious. I love it so much. Yeah, it's like the anti-Twilight, and it's a definite must watch for anyone that's kind of just hating vampires right now. This is what you need to watch. But he's in a lot of cool movies, and while you watch Thor, it's pretty much his vision, but there's a little bit of the Marvel stuff mixed in. But if you want to see what this movie will look like just as full Taika Waititi, there's a fun video online that's kind of like the New Zealand version of Thor Ragnarok, where everyone's kind of silly, a little more less charming, but
a little goofy,
a lot more heart and a lot more goof. So check out all the different Thor stuff, but if you want the movie, the first thing, but this is the next step.
Awesome. All right, we're going to take the next step, we're going to bring us into music, which is something I'm truly passionate about. And not just music, but when I see cool videos being put out, I was really that's the best. There's this Rihanna video that just came out. I love Rihanna. I mean, who doesn't? Just a favorite bad girl. And NERD, one of my favorite groups, come together, make the song Lemon. Check out the video. It's actually pretty sick.
Yeah, and I think one of my favorite collabs that I would love to see is Rihanna and Major Lazer. How cool would that be?
Oh yeah, that has to happen. It just has to happen now.
But if you haven't seen that, they actually have a new trailer for their documentary, We Give Me the Future. And it's going to be really exciting to look at their concert that happened in Cuba, behind the scenes of the group, because Major Lazer is actually not a person, but a group.
Right, yeah.
Featuring Diplo, and they have a lot of cool stuff behind the scenes of how they made the concert happen, the actual concert, kind of the music scene in Cuba, and a lot of cool stuff about that, and I'm excited to see that, so that's coming out 2 weeks, November 17th.
Damn, that sounds awesome. I won't be able to get that out of my head now, which reminds me of this article I just read about this thing called the GABA chemical.
Yeah.
And for all you kinesiology, biology, neuroscience geeks, they did this research and found out why it is that you can't forget something when you want to.
Oh, because things are stuck in my head.
Exactly, and there's an actual neurotransmitter that does something about it. So they're going to be using it to actually cure a lot of mental diseases, but it's pretty interesting. I thought I'd share it. It's a quick 2-minute read.
Sometimes you can't forget what you put in your head. A song or a music or a thing. I want to forget it, but I can't.
I've been thinking this for 2 hours.
It's like how I want to forget Jaden Smith, but I can't.
Why is that?
I don't know, but I guess he's probably pretty influential in his world. And Time Magazine did a really cool breakdown of the 30 most influential teens. That's the key part, teens, because it's not just people. These are people under the age of 18 that are kind of influencing our world. Everyone from Millie Bobby Brown to Jaden Smith are in this list, and it kind of shows you young people that are tastemakers, influencers, and developers in our modern world. And it's cool to see, because these are people that are shaping our world for the next 40, 50 years. So
and that's really cool. But yeah, it's true. Like these are actually the movers and the shakers, the people at the cutting edge, right?
They're making the difference. So it's interesting to see. Maybe this will translate to a different list later on, but this is the list for the 30 most influential teens in our world right now.
Oh, okay. We're definitely gonna. I love those. I love those. You know, people at the moving edge. Like, that's awesome. I'm gonna check that out and maybe get inspired.
Right?
Who knows?
Why not?
Yeah, and you know, talking about people doing things at the cutting edge. This is like the little edge. But moose knuckles, you know, not that I can afford luxury parkas, but if I could, yeah, right. If I could, I'd probably shop there just because it's such an interesting store. They're doing this crazy like launch in Yorkdale where they have things like you can win like Jay-Z tickets and like random stuff like that. But there's a cool video about like an interview with the CEO, and he talks about like the philosophy behind the company and all the crazy things they do and just daring. I mean, they just partnered up with Pornhub recently for advertising, I guess, but I'll just leave it at that. They're pretty crazy.
Okay. So yeah, that's a thing that people. I'm actually kind of interested because it sounds really cool. They do a lot of different stuff and they help future of the world. Like
they're daring. I mean, you know, like you gotta be daring sometimes. It's crazy sometimes, but it's funny.
Yeah. All right. So my final thing is, if you love pop culture, you know who Mark Hamill is. Luke Skywalker is himself, but he's had a lot of other roles in pop culture. Which, if you didn't know, he plays the Joker from Batman, and he plays himself, which is always charming. But in the new show, Justice League Action, it's a 10-minute fun animated show, he plays 3 characters in himself in one scene. So it's Mark Hamill talking to Mark Hamill, but it's not just 3 of himself.
Right.
It's him as Mark Hamill himself, him as the Joker from the Batman animated series, and him as the Trickster from the 1990s Flash show. Deep cut right there. But it's the 3 of them in a cab.
Versions of
Mark
himself.
Hamill talking to Mark Hamill, Mark Hamill. It's just all the Mark Hamill you need. Don't even watch Star Wars Last Jedi. You don't need that. You need this 3-minute scene from Justice League Action.
All right, cool. Thank you. Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it. And my final thing is, you know, being somebody who's really passionate about sports and sports business, that kind of thing. There's this cool like mini like documentary on Alex Ferguson, who you probably know more familiar with, just coming back from
Leicester City,
you know, and being around that world of soccer, right?
LCFC for life now.
Yeah, he brought me LCFC stuff. I'm like, I'm a United fan, but I'll play along. But this is check it out. It's how basically he turned Manchester United into the greatest team ever, and what he did behind the scenes, the untold stories. Check it out.
So are you also a football manager?
Well, that's the goal. I recently just started my internship and study with you know some sports managers and recruiters. So yeah, we'll see.
All right, Alex Ferguson, watch out. Miro Basama coming for you.
Yes, sir.
All right, and if you're Alex Ferguson, you don't need to press like, but everyone else, you can press like if you enjoyed this show. And what if they want to talk to us?
Yeah, you know, drop us a comment. I mean, interaction is the purpose of this thing. And if you find things that you think are interesting, let us know.
Yeah, because we want to know what you know, and we want to tell you what you know, which is really cool. But where can they find you online?
Well, you know, I'm on Instagram, Yero Gasama, and my hub is Snapchat at Yasan-Baba.
Yeah. And you can find me on Twitter at Sunil Mystery, where I'm tweeting at Taika Waititi constantly.
Right. Oh, okay.
I will do it till he gives me a like. And Instagram.
It's coming. Watch out.
And Instagram at Mystery Sunil.
Awesome.
That's it for this week. So, Power Hour out.